A man walks down the street. Soft in the middle. Soft in the middle.
Oh, yeah.
He says, why am I soft in the middle when life's so hard? Good lyrics.
Good lyrics.
Welcome to Is It?
Pull me out.
Yeah.
Tune.
I'll stick with Sean, I think.
That was such a tune. Bass solo.
Yeah, reverse bass solo, I think, wasn't it?
I don't know. It's
Yeah.
insane bass solo. Very, very cool.
Chevy Chase in the video.
Chevy chasing the video.
Although he became not very... He was known to be a bit of an arsehole, I believe, in later. There was
Something happened. He dropped off, didn't he?
Yeah.
He was like in everything. Very, very famous. Then disappeared. But then reappeared in Hot Tub Time Machine.
Did he? Not, oddly enough, I've not watched that.
It's very good.
Is it?
Almost as good as Hot Tub Time Machine too.
No, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation
classics.
is a Christmas classic, obviously.
Yeah, love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, love it. Well, Chevy Chase. What was the other thing? Fletch. Do you remember Fletch?
I do remember Fletch, yeah, but I think, again, I was probably just a little bit young for Fletch.
He was a slightly shit private eye or something. But I can't really remember it.
Yeah, some of that stuff now, the sort of, he plays the slightly slimy older dad. I don't know if you watch some of the National Lampoon stuff.
Yeah.
Sort of chasing women and stuff. I don't know.
When you watch it.
It just doesn't date very well, doesn't age very well, does
No,
it?
would you remember the son? Was it Rusty?
Yeah.
And he was always giving him like very bad fatherly advice. But you're right, yeah, you watch them now and it's a bit...
Yeah.
I'm not sure that would fly these days. But there you go.
Bit Cosby.
Let's not go there.
No. Okay, so, Sean,
Yes.
we are here today to look at...
Today, Dan, we're looking at a new plugin from Kive. Not Kiev.
Kive, yeah.
Kive. The nice people at Kive. They're churning them out right now, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're doing some interesting stuff. And this is their new plugin called the Tubetizer.
Not Canitizer.
Not Canitizer. I think they're from Canada, so they probably don't know Tizer.
No. Well, it's pretty regional, isn't it?
I'm pretty sure no one in this country knows Tizer anymore either. I think
What's the wine, the fortified wine as well? Buckfast. Tizer and Buckfast.
people used to mix that?
I don't know, but they're just both from Scotland.
No, you're thinking of Iron Brew.
Iron Brew.
Tizer was some random red liquid in a can.
Yeah,
no
it
one
was
knew what
orange.
the hell
It looked
was.
like Iron Brew, I'm sure
Did, yeah.
Tizer.
It was.
Do you remember Tab?
Yeah, well, Tab
Clear.
tasted like Coke, didn't it?
I went to a cocktail bar the other night and they had clear tomato juice.
What?
Yeah, they apparently you filter it and refine it and refine it and refine
Yeah.
it, it becomes clear.
It just messes with my brain.
It totally messes with mine. It was
You
like-
don't want to.
Yeah,
What? No.
yeah, very weird, very weird. Anyway, so sorry, Iron Brew, not Tizer.
Yes.
Buckfast and Iron Brew.
I mean, that sounds terrible.
I've six pints of Buckfast and Iron Brew, please.
I mean, that'll get you pissed and rot your teeth all in
Yeah.
one go.
Yeah, well, explains a lot.
I'm not saying anything. It does explain quite a bit. Yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
Anyway.
Bit of casual racism there.
Yeah. So, Kive Tubetizer. As if we needed another saturator in the world.
Yep.
It's a saturator. I think the GUI is pretty cool, and I do like the idea in that there are too many saturators. A lot of them all do the same. I'm a big advocate of probably only need one decent one. However, I really like the fact that this couldn't be any simpler to operate. You don't need the manual. It's literally how much of it do you want?
Yes.
You know, there's your output.
Yeah.
You can compress if you want. You've got tone control. You've got sidechain filter if you want. And then you can flip between odd and even harmonics. And then you've got your 3 different types of tube down the bottom. It's really, really simple to operate. And I think that is kind of its USP in a way. You don't have to know anything. You can just mess with this and quite quickly get something going.
Very cool. Very cool. What did you use it on?
Usual stuff. Tried it on drums first. Tried it on some vocals, on some bass. It works really well to thicken up drums.
Yeah.
Really nice on that. One thing that does annoy me about it might be because I've got a pre-release copy, but the gain link by default is on. So the more you turn up the distortion, the more the output goes down.
Right.
And what I really like doing is driving into it as much as I want and then deciding how much I want, the output. So I always have to turn that off. I just think it's really easy to use. I love the fact that quite often when you're adding saturation, as that goes up, the tone can get a bit over the top. It can get a bit too toppy.
Smeary.
Yeah, not always smeary, but certainly the top end becomes accentuated with too much saturation, so you can back the tone off. I quite like that. I like the fact that the side chain is just there and easy to grab, because sometimes you don't want the very bottom end to get a load of saturation on it. And the compressor's a nice touch, because quite often you're going to mix this with a compressor, so why not just give you one built in?
I could see that being part of my top end of my drums.
Yeah.
Or on a bus. Yeah.
I literally threw it on a track I was working on. I ended up using about 4 or 5 of them, all doing slightly different things. Really, really found it simple to use and to very quickly get a good sound. And the other thing with it is that it can be quite subtle, so you can just add a bit, so it's not doing loads, but when you're working with a bunch of loops or a bunch of different drum sounds that you're layering up, you don't have to go mad on all of them. You can do a little bit on each one, and overall it will just give it a more sort of full sound.
Demo from the Kive website? Kive website?
Go to Kive's website, 14-day demo, which I think is going to be plenty to tell you whether you need it or not.
And then how much is it?
Well, this is the other good thing about it. It's £54 normal price right now, because it's new. Intro price £30.
That's good.
That is good.
Yeah,
it is good. I'm still going to say you only really need one of these things, but if you haven't got one yet, this one's really easy to use. And it's cheap. It looks pretty cool. I know it's it's going to be winding as many people up as it pleases with the graphics.
Does the light flash?
It gets brighter the more you're distorting. It's all a bit unnecessary, but it's kind of cool. You got to stare at these things all day when you're working with them, so it's nice to see something that's not ugly.
Awesome. So the Tube Iron Brew.
The Tube Iron Brew. Tubetizer, Dan.
Tubetizer. It's no
Tubetizer.
Tubetizer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it shit?
No, I don't think it's shit at all. I think you need to consider whether you need another saturator. If you haven't got one yet, I think this is a very good one to start with.
Bit of a flavour as well, I'd say, even if you have got a couple.
Yeah, well, do you know what?
The other one I always come back to is the front door.
The front door's very good. Yeah. I use the PSP saturator on everything, pretty much. And I actually put that up against this, and I could make that do all these sounds. But equally, I could get a lot of the sounds that did with this. That is slightly more flexible. It's a bit more money. It does a bit more. But for a simple saturator that's just going to make things more exciting, this is a good one.
The Kive Audio Tubetizer, not shit.
No.
Please take some time to like the video.
That would be nice if you could do that. You could also subscribe to the channel or become a channel member.
We've got an Instagram and a Patreon and loads of other stuff in links below the video. So until next time, sayonara, suckers.
Adios.